All right, hey, what's up, everyone? I'm about to explain some things that we went over at our last meeting for the people who weren't there and the people who want to stay up to date with the club. Whew, okay. This is a briefing. So we announced our e-board at the last meeting. We told everyone who everyone is. Everyone introduced themselves. Our new e-board consists of myself, a new secretary, which is Ahaya, a new poetry chair, which is Reggie, a new member chair, which is Caitlin, and a new marketing chair, which is Iman. We also discussed events that we wanted to do in the future, and we started to plan for April. So our March events are closed. However, our April events are still open, and we started to work towards figuring out what we're going to do in April. Also, Iman established Freestyle Fridays, which is something that we're going to use to encourage people to engage with our Instagram account. Basically, we want people to do a freestyle or a poem or a rap or anything poetry related so that we can get more engagement and have more things to post on our Instagram account. Okay, so upcoming events. On March 3rd, we have our movie night scheduled. March 3rd is the official Founders Day of the Poetry Club. However, we're going to be celebrating our Founders Day on March 4th, which is that Friday. I believe that everyone voted to go bowling, so now we're going to look for a venue. So on March 4th, we're going to go bowling. March 3rd, there's a movie night. And we already put that on Instagram and we started to promote it. The March 4th event is poetry members only, poetry club only. Okay. On March 23rd, we're holding another general body meeting at 5 p.m. this time. So the meeting on the 23rd, we're going to discuss the April calendar and we're going to finalize the calendar for April. That way, by the end of that week, we can submit all of our club's forms for April. On March 24th, we're having an interest meeting in order to get more members for our club, and we're going to reopen the club membership form and start admitting new members into the club. Also on March 24th, at the end of that meeting and at 6 p.m. is Reggie's workshop. This is going to be his first workshop of the semester, and we encourage everyone to come so that you can prepare poetry for the next event. On March 25th, we have a TSU Cypher, and this is going to also be a freestyle rap battle type deal. So we're going to host it in front of Sterling, and we're going to try to collaborate with other organizations in order to get more people to show up, but it should be a good event. And we'll go more into detail as the date gets closer. And then we're also hosting an open mic on the 30th, and the theme is about growing pains. So we want to hear poetry about things that you've experienced while you've been in college and things that you're going through as you're in college and just growing up, coming of age stories through the lens of a college student. Okay. In the first week of April, at some point, we're going to have a sip and paint inside of the Sawyer Plaza. For those of you who don't know, that's that big giant courtyard in the middle of the campus. Or at least we're going to try to hold it there. The sip and paint is going to be a marketing event, essentially. And then at the end of April, we're going to do a speakeasy, which is a private event that you need a code in order to get into the room. We're going to work out all the details for that throughout the month of March. So all of the April events are still works in process. All of the events for March are set in stone, and we don't necessarily have too much work to do aside from posting flyers around campus and encouraging people to come out to those events. However, the events in April, we still have to work out a lot of logistics and figure out how to go about ensuring that these events go off smoothly. And we still have to confirm all of the events and the event dates for April. So yeah, March, we have the movie night, Founders Day, workshop, interest meeting, freestyle cypher, rap battle, open mic. And then for April, we have the sip and paint and the speak easy. Okay. And then a few reminders. I just want to make sure that everybody knows, if you're inside of a committee right now, ensure that you're actually responding and active inside of those committees. These committees were created so that our club can be more active and we can do more things at once. Last semester, last semester, our club was extremely limited in the things that we can do because we only have 5 people working towards one goal. But now we can have 30 people working towards 3 goals. The whole point of the committees was to take the workload off of the e-board and to divide things up. So we really appreciate that y'all engage in those committees and communicate and try to build relationships with one another. And that's basically all that we went over at the last meeting. Again, we have another meeting, another general body meeting on the 23rd. This meeting is going to take place inside of the Jesse H. Jones Building, 239 at 5 p.m. And that's all that you missed. Everything else that you need to know will be put inside of the committee chats. Everything that's put inside of the general body chat is just minor updates. Pay attention to the committee chats. And that's all.